I bought a pair of scissors, shears, at an antique store for like 10 bucks, which isn't a bargain. I bought them because I thought they looked cool, even though at the moment they're non-functional. Yeah, they're a little rusty, Peter, but what makes them non-functional? Here I am trying to close them with one hand. Closing them with one hand. Can you see? This is me opening them with one hand. It does move a little bit, but in order to fix them, I need to figure out how to get them apart. And if you look here, I don't know, that looks maybe welded to me. And this side, there's kind of a gap there. I think that means I have to drill this out. I don't think this is going to actually unscrew. I'm only doing this so that I don't feel bad later when I drill it out, because then I've showed you that I've tried. No! Oh, wait. Oh! It's moving. Oh my gosh. Well, I was totally wrong. It's a nut. So when I moved this, it doesn't look like, no, this isn't moving. So the only thing that I can figure is that even though this is an ugly, awful spot, that this post here is threaded. Loosening this nut doesn't change anything, it just removes a nut. But when I took and I tightened it, that loosened this a little bit, and now it doesn't do anything. I think I've maybe over tightened it and stripped something. As best I can tell, I want to be able to remove this. And in order to do that, I need to get a grip on it and untwist it. Oh, I don't feel like this is a good idea. Nope, I'm just destroying this post. So far the only thing we've done is made a pair of scissors that wouldn't open, and they are more useless than they used to be. I'm just going to go back to plan A and drill this out. I am not a machinist. Anyone who came here for machinist videos, apologize. This is a bad place for you. Here's my little friend that died in the process. Looks like a pretty normal looking bolt, to be honest with you. Obviously completely mangled from being drilled out. But these look like they're in really good shape. The threads in here look really good. Everybody who's done this before and is like, oh my gosh, you just obliterated a pair of GT Moreland shears. I apologize, I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm just going to start with these Scotch-Brite pads. I actually bought those for a project. Blue Scotch-Brite resin, and it looks really cool, so I bought some red ones. I've never made another project with them, but they're super useful to have around the shop. I don't know, the 38, I'm guessing 38's the model number. They look like the 1950s or 60s to me, I'm guessing. Like, look, what is this? Is this cork? Or is this something that's actually growing on here? Is this a different color of paint? I see bare metal, black paint, and then this. It looks like organic material, but I'm not sure. So at this point I could be done. If these scissors had a story that I knew, like they belonged to my grandfather, or I know the shop that they were used in, I could be done. I don't know anything about these other than I paid $10 for them in an overpriced antique store. So to me, these scissors don't have a story. These are going to restart their life in my shop. So if that's going to happen, I want them to look like they're restarting their life. There's something there. Then I'm guessing the S. Oh, I can't tell if that's the top or the bottom. I'm not sure. Looks like these have been pretty abused over the years. Using a oil-based black enamel. Pretty sure it's fairly close to what would have been used. I'll let that dry and maybe do one more coat, but I'd say that's looking pretty good. Since the enamel was a flat black, I added a couple coats of lacquer just for a little shine. One of my concerns with this bolt was that it was possible that it wasn't going to match any standard. No, it's 24. It looks like this is a standard 5/16 with a 24 thread pitch. That doesn't thread in properly here. My issues are probably just from this being a little stripped out from being drilled out. So this is a thread tap, and it's just going to cut those threads to match a standard. And I would love to use that existing nut as well. If I have to push hard, I'm doing it wrong. We should just be recutting threads that were already there. Deals with this threaded side here, but I want this one to seat down inside the same way this one used to. So we got the same problem as the last one, which is there's no way to turn this, so I'm going to put a slot in it. And that's how you can pretend to play a machinist with a shop full of woodworking tools. Here were my existing shop scissors, and here is my upgrade. They came out great, they feel great, I love the way they look, I love the black handle. They don't look brand new, but they definitely look refreshed. I'm also a little proud of myself for, I won't say machining, but hacking my way to a replacement bolt. If anyone out there recognizes that partial symbol, I would love to know what these are. Obviously, the real test is, well, they open and close now. Yeah. Yeah, they work. I didn't sharpen these. Over the years, what I've found with scissors is the only thing you want to do is make sure that this part is flat. You do not want to mess with this bevel, especially on old scissors, because they're probably just fine. If I had to guess, I would say these were probably fabric shears. In this shop, they could be cutting just about anything. So, sorry, bud.